Can we please normalize men coming up to women again? I'm so annoyed that the feminist movement and all these like very entitled females now made it like almost basically impossible for a man to never not seem creepy. And I'm just like, here, like, what the heck?
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Dating Right titled 30 Minutes of Women Begging Men to Approach Women Again. You know, this is absolutely a trap, just by the way. Women have spent a very long time, at least, the better part of the last decade, telling men that we need to screw off, not approach them, that we're dangerous, and so on. But apparently, guys, now we have to approach them, right? Oh, please approach us. No, thank you. Let's jump into the video.
I just saw a TikTok that said men aren't approaching women not because they're being told not to by women, but because they're just actually too scared, which is a valid reason. Like, I don't want to go up to people and talk to them, even if I think they're hot. I'm scared too. But the men in his fucking comments being like, well, I'm too ugly. Well, I'm just scared if I do what they're gonna say or what they're gonna accuse us of. Well, I don't look like Chris Hemsworth, so I can't approach a woman.
This is exactly why men don't approach anymore. Even when they give valid reasons as to why they don't approach, they still get mocked and shamed.
I'm telling you right now, if you have pure intentions when approaching a woman and you're not trying to be creepy, if you're going up to a woman being like, yeah, I'm gonna get some tonight, that's creepy. If you're going up to a woman genuinely thinking like, I think she's pretty, let me see if I could start a conversation, that's different. Like, yeah, you could still get rejected. That's okay. The more comfortable you are doing it and the more confident you get, then you'll do it more, and maybe occasionally it will land.
It's crazy how modern women just tell men to stop being creepy as if that's somehow an obvious fix, but they never define what creepy is. And let's be real, okay, what creepy actually means is just how attractive you are to her.
Y'all can ask for our numbers, ask if we want to go out. If y'all get rejected, that's fine. That's normal. That's human life. But at least you went up and did it. At least you got out of your comfort zone and approached the lady. I mean, we can approach y'all too, but usually we don't, because I don't know. I know we're young in term, but at some point, us females and men will come to terms of maybe it's both sides.
These women try to tell dudes that it's okay to get rejected, it's not that big of a deal, but you will never see these women actually risk rejection themselves.
Can we please bring back men coming up to us? Like, why are you so scared? Why are you so scared of coming up to us? Like, genuinely, I don't want, I get it, rejection, okay, I get it. However, if you go up to a girl in a nice way, I don't think you can fail. Honestly.
These women think that they're helping by telling men to just figure out the right way to approach them, but all they're doing is telling men that women are just too lazy and entitled to do any approaching themselves. And just by the way, guys, again, there is no right way to approach women. What they're looking for is attractive men to approach.
Especially if you've already made eye contact several times with the girl. If you're out in public and you've made eye contact, let's say you're in the subway or the bus or just walking or getting coffee or something, and you've made eye contact with this girl multiple times, she probably thinks you're attractive. So why can't you just go up to her, just say something nice, compliment her, and then ask her for her number? That's it. Please?
Eye contact with a modern woman can mean at least 20 different things, and most of those things are incredibly negative. This kind of stuff is just so stupid.
Can we please normalize men coming up to women again? I'm so annoyed that the feminist movement and all these very entitled females now made it almost basically impossible for a man to never not seem creepy. And I'm just like, here, what the heck? If you don't come up to me, I think you're a weak man. And you may not be. You probably aren't, because it'd be impossible for every man to be a weak man, especially at the gym that I go to. But, damn. The feminists really ruined many things. Shame on you, feminists.
Those dudes aren't weak, they're just not interested in approaching a woman at the gym because they are there to work out.
Tell me why I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me or tries to hit on me. Like, the audacity, like, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her that these men that are hitting on her are absolutely her lane? The majority of women shoot outside of their league because they think that they're more attractive than they actually are. Like, let's be for real. All of us are average. There's a very slim percent of people that are just naturally attractive.
It's funny how women will beg men to approach while at the same time telling them to stay away if she thinks they're ugly, which again, by the way, 95% of dudes are dudes that women think are ugly. So what do they think is going to happen?
This woman, for instance, take away her filter, even in this video, take away her lashes, her lips, all of the things that you can tell that she was insecure about, take it all away and then see how she feels about that inflated ego that she's fucking putting out into the universe. I love how women are so comfortable getting on the internet saying medium ugly this and talking shit about a man's looks, but the reality is that the majority of women's looks can be removed with a makeup wipe. And then you follow it up with this shitty personality that you think that you deserve like a hot man when you have a shitty personality. Men are stepping away from all of this bullshit because they're picking their piece over these women with these inflated egos.
Even if dudes wanted to approach these women, they've already shown how they're not worth approaching because of their annoying and entitled attitudes. It's not worth it to men anymore.
And the funny thing about it is that these sense of inflated egos is all fucking bullshit, because you get to know these women and they're the most insecure women. They think they're fat, they think they're ugly, they want a bunch of plastic surgery. So they talk shit about these men because it's basically just a projection about how they feel about themselves.
They're not only insecure, they have no personality. Everything they say has been scripted by someone else, and they just parrot the same talking points over and over again.
My theory on men liking approachable women by appearance continues. This is the saga of when I look not 100% is when I get hit on the most. This is what I'm wearing to the airport. Okay? Very simple, nothing crazy. I have had one man propose to me, and yes, propose in front of 100 other people in line. I had another man try talking to me, asking where I live.
If a dude is hitting on a woman when she's not dressed for the night out and not wearing 1.5 pounds of makeup, she should take it as a compliment because he finds her naturally attractive. But she's still annoyed for some reason. Absolutely classic.
And how is it on that side of the world? Not trying to make small talk because we're in line, but because he was genuinely interested, because he kept turning around, kept looking at me up and down. Not sure if he was waiting for me to be like, yeah, like, here's my number or something. No. And right now, one of the golf people that drive through the airport almost, like, hit a wall and was like, God damn, again. Boobs aren't showing, body's not showing. I am in lazy clothes, and yet I'm getting hit on or approached more often than not.
These women just want to complain. They whine about how men don't approach them. Then they complain when they do get approached because men do it wrong. I mean, this is why dudes just stop listening and they stop approaching women altogether.
I also had one of the airport people like talk to me. Yeah, so I don't know what it is, but there is a study that says that men like to approach women that look low maintenance or not as high maintenance. I feel like if I was in heels and a dress, I wouldn't be talked to as much.
If this woman is so bothered by men approaching her, then all she has to do is wait a few years and men will just stop approaching her and she'll be left alone. Then, of course, she will complain about men not talking to her.
See, I always try to be nice to guys whenever a guy approaches me or asks me out. Like, even if I'm not interested, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be polite about it. Like, as long as they are respectful, I'm going to be nice about it. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be rude, because there are girls that are really mean to men, and especially girls that put themselves on like a pedestal and like really look down on men, and like, especially if they think the guy is like a lower level than them, like they'll be really mean, and I don't like that. I don't want to be like that. I think it's ugly.
It's sad to know how rare it is for a woman to let a guy down easily when it comes to being approached. Modern women have been given a hall pass to treat the vast majority of men like trash. It's practically celebrated at this point.
And men also deal with a lot of rejection from women, like in general. And for some men, it's harder for them to like approach a woman or like ask a woman out. Like it's just harder for them. And I don't want to be mean to a guy like that. So as long as they are respectful in their approach, in their communication.
It's nice to know that this woman will not try to emasculate a guy for talking to her, but at the same time, she's pretty much telling men that if they approach, she's still going to reject every single one of them.
Okay, so currently what we're having right now is a large percentage of men are choosing to not date women anymore. Okay, a large percentage of men are choosing not to date women anymore. They just feel like there's hardly any benefit from it. They also feel like they don't really know what to do. They're scared to put the wrong foot forward. There's a lot of expectations on men these days.
She's trying to sound sympathetic, but if you listen closely, she's still kind of blaming men for not approaching. She does not mention how modern women have become insufferable. It's just the men's fault for not being good enough as usual.
They're sitting on the fence, right? A lot of them are choosing not to date. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you kind of need to know how these men are currently thinking right now, because this will help you with your question. What can we do to make a man that we see and like approach us so that he makes the first move? Well, you have to make him feel comfortable. Okay, because that is one of the main reasons why men are not approaching women in real life anymore, because they don't feel comfortable enough to do it. There's a stigma currently around men just approaching women in real life. So men don't really know what to do anymore.
Average men know what's going on. Modern women have told them that if they aren't Chad, then they aren't worthy of their time. Men got tired of constantly being insulted and being treated like trash, and they walked away because of it. It's really not that confusing. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all on the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.